Now, I want to talk about Pedro Neto. Specifically, I want to talk about the injury history of Pedro Neto. And I want to use it to make a point. Now, Pedro Neto, before he joined Chelsea, we all know he was amazing. I mean, at Wolves, he was amazing. So it's not like he became amazing at Chelsea. No. At Wolves, he was amazing. He showed us that at a bigger club, at a better environment, at a more technical environment, he could thrive. So we already knew that from Pedro Neto. But another thing that we knew from Pedro Neto was that he was injury prone. Now, let us look at the numbers. Again, you know me, I don't talk without evidence. I talk with evidence. I will give you the evidence so that when you are arguing against what I say, you know that you are arguing with evidence. You know that you are arguing with facts. And we all know how stupid it is when you argue against facts. So let me give you the evidence. Let me give you the facts. In 2020-2021 season, right, Pedro Neto had a serious knee injury. He was out for 298 days. That is almost a full year. And he missed 52 games. So in 2020-2021, he missed 52 games. Now, in 2022-2023, Pedro Neto missed 27 games. In 2023-2024, Pedro Neto missed 11 games with a hamstring issue. So clearly, when you look at Pedro Neto, his body has been through a lot, right? But last season, we could see that Pedro Neto was healthy for most part of the season for Chelsea. Now, you might be asking, why is that? Because if somebody that missed 52 games in 2020-2021, he missed 27 games in 2022-2023, he missed 11 games in 2023-2024, all due to different injuries. Some were hamstring injuries, some were knee injuries. All of a sudden, in the 2024-2025 season, he is now available for most of the game for Chelsea. It means something has changed. Now, let us talk about what has changed. Enzo Maresca. Number one is Enzo Maresca's system. Enzo Maresca's system reduces stress. See, Enzo Maresca does not like wide, fast-paced football. He does not run too much. His team, he likes it when Chelsea control the game, when we slow things down, when we take possession of the ball, when we keep the ball. For players like Pedro Neto, that helps a lot. Instead of sprinting all game, he moves smarter, which is less stress on his legs, less stress on his hamstring. And when he has less stress on his legs and less stress on his hamstring, it means lower risks of getting injured. Number two, Chelsea's medical team, they are top level. Big clubs like Chelsea, we have elite medical staff. They track everything. How a player runs, his muscle tightness, fatigue, even sleep and hydration. They will spot early signs of injury before it gets worse. If Neto feels tightness, we will rest him or adjust training right immediately. I mean, we saw it last season. There was a particular game, even the Club World Cup. It was Reece James that it happened to. Reece James was in the starting lineup. All of a sudden, Reece James did not play. Now, when they were asking, they were like, Reece James was like, no, that he felt a tightness in his leg, and that was why he did not play. But so because of that tightness, Enzo Maresca and the coach and the medical staff at Chelsea said, no, you can't play this game. I cannot remember the game right now. Was he against Palmeiras? Or I can't remember. Or was it against Fluminense? I can't remember now, but I know it was between round of 16 to semi-final. One of those games that it happened to Reece James. Reece James did not play. He didn't play. Because of tightness. That tells you how serious we take medical things at Chelsea right now under Enzo Maresca. Right? Number three, personalized training and recovery time. Every player has their personalized training. Players like Pedro Neto, players like Reece James, they have their own custom training plans, right? That means different gym sessions, different rest days, and extra attention to warm-ups and cool-downs, right? Neto may even train less than others on some days. That's because he's injury prone, so you have to manage him. Number four, smarter game time management. If you look at Pedro Neto, you see that we don't rush him to play every match. Yes, he played every match, not every match. He played a lot of matches, but it was not like we're rushing him to play every match. Sometimes he will play, sometimes he will not play the full game. He will get subbed off. Whether we are winning, whether we are losing, he will get subbed off. Why? Because injuries is injury prone. So that is something that you could even see from Chelsea last season. When we're playing under Enzo Maresca, you see that Enzo Maresca would sub people like Reece James, people like Pedro Neto, will let them rest. They will not play the full game, or they will play 60 minutes, and that is it. Why? Because he's managing them. Number five, the player's own discipline, Neto's own discipline. All these other things that I've named, that I've listed, the number 1 to 4, is very important. But if the player cannot discipline himself, it will not work. Neto himself, after so many injuries, he knows his body better than anyone. So he speaks up when something feels wrong. For instance, look at Reece James. In that game I was talking about, the FIFA Club World Cup, where he said, I felt tightness. He was one that spoke up that said, oh, I feel tightness. So he knows his body. And the medical team was like, okay, yeah, don't play. So if Reece James had not spoken out to say he feel tightness, the medical team, they would have not known that he was feeling tightness. And they would have not gotten enough information to make a decision as to whether to remove him from the squad or not. So again, the discipline of Pedro Neto himself is what has made him become less injury prone. I mean, he played a lot of matches last season, right? So if you are thinking that it's a miracle that Pedro Neto stayed fit a lot last season, it's not a miracle. It's these 5 things that I've listed out. And if we can replicate these things on players like Reece James, players like Romeo Lavia, players like Wesley Fofana, they would overcome all these injury issues. That was even reason why I decided to make this video, because I was scrolling on Twitter and I saw this question that how did Pedro Neto stay fit for the most part of last season? I think it's on the screen. The question on the screen. That was in reply to this question. That was when I decided to make this video to reply the question and to also tell you that what we have done from Pedro Neto, we can replicate it for people like Reece James. We can replicate it for people like Romeo Lavia. We can replicate it for people like Wesley Fofana, and we will replicate it next season. Trust me.